Welcome to Albion TV presents the AO Daily Show, your source of real news in an unreal world, keeping you up to date on the latest news, events, and the great community of Albion Online. Today is Monday, the 16th of September, and I am your host, Shozen. And with me today is my co-host, Bogul. Bogul, save me here.
No, I'm just going to laugh. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, but I think that from now on, you should read the introduction, because then they can get to see just how incredibly easy it is to do. As we do a sound test every day, and I'm pretty sure I nail it every time, and I know somebody who doesn't. Damn it. All right,
Wow.
But today is Monday, and that means it is a very special day, as Monday means we are going to look back at last week and do last week today. Yeah, in Albion.
Yes.
And do we have any official news before we get started?
We do have a little tiny bit of PSA. Specifically, the auction week has started. So if you are into the plot business and you are looking at acquiring or defending a plot in Carleon or any of the royal cities, this week is your time to bid. Don't forget. And we will keep reminding you for the rest of the week about this. Yeah. But that is the only thing we have official.
That's it. Yeah, we have some other official news coming out later in the week, but it hasn't been announced yet, so we're going to have to remain quiet on that. You do know the dev chat will be coming out hopefully sometime, right?
Yes, they've teased us quite a bit. They announced. They teased the teaser, so to say, and they said it should be coming sometime this week. Also, we should see this week the patch probably on Wednesday, ? But again,
that's another question mark for another Wednesday. All right, but let's talk about what was on last week's AOTV lineup. Last week on Monday, of course, we had the start of this very series last week today. And you should check that out if you want to see what happened 2 weeks ago. On Tuesday, we had the first episode of Newbie Tuesday, where we focused on getting started in the world of Albion. A very introductory focused episode. We just looked at the very early stages of getting started and how you want to choose on play style and how to focus your time in some very basic pitfalls to avoid. On Wednesday, our traditional patch day, Bogul. What did we do on Wednesday?
We'll try to have a look at the most recent NDA patch notes that are in discussion right now. We also did a little bit of speculation on an upcoming dev talk, basically trying to piece together the information we have, what we assume will happen this week. Yes, but on Thursday, we looked at the market. We do a market watch on Thursday. We saw that Elsa updated or made a new page for mounts to look at. That is very beautiful, very nice, where you can check out all the different mounts of Albion, and you can see them in big and pretty. We also took a look at the gold prices and followed up on my little toolmaker project. That project, by the way, will come to an end this week, I think. And then we have to find something else for the week after.
What? You're not going to defend this thing? How are we going to know if it's profitable long term? We've talked about this. This is not a...
I will try to defend it, but if some dude goes ahead and says, hey, I know this guy from the Albion TV. He must be rich. I'm going to just bid 200 million.
Well, you are rich.
No. But if some dude bids 200 million, I'm going to laugh and walk away.
I'm pretty sure that's what you're trying to do right now. If my spidey sense is tingling at all, it says that Bogul is trying to get you people out there to overbid on his town plot so that he can go ahead and reap the rewards because...
Shozen.
I
would never do that.
Yeah, you'd never do
I would never do that.
All right,
no.
Okay. What was on our Friday show?
Well, we watched a few community videos and gave some shout-outs and ended the week with a nice meditation from the infamous Action Compassion, where we focused on what's important and calmed down before we took our leave into the weekend. But that was last week on Albion.
Oh, don't forget we did that. Yeah, that's all the things that we did. That's that was a good week. Okay, so this week we're gonna look back at next week again. But this is weirder now. I feel like that's what we did in the shows.
No,
but now we're gonna talk about the news from last week. So this is like what actually happened. These are some of the interesting stats. We are currently right now at the halfway point in this season, and it's been to put it mildly, it's been a less than thoroughly exciting season. Yeah. We've seen some uncontested invasion days for Money Guild in the EU time period, allowing them to run away very quickly with quite a substantial lead on number 2. Number 2. But you got to look at that, and you go even worse is just how incredibly far number 2 is from everybody else. And the thing is number 2 is in the Daddy Alliance, right? You got June in number 2. And then you have Black Order also in Daddy. AW Gaming also in Daddy. Aggressor also in Daddy. And it's not until you get to number 6 that you have somebody who isn't Money Guild in number 1 or a member of Daddy. And you are at 93,000 for phrasing of the Bunk Bed Gang. Whereas June is up at 202,000 to be exact. That's a lot of points.
Oh yeah.
And it's just to get to Black Order at number 3, who I should mention has done very little in the last week points wise, right? Weren't they one of the ones that did not so much this last week, Bogul? Or was Black Order the one who stepped it up?
No. So what we did...
Oh, no, they did not step it up. Holy cow.
What we did, we took a little bit of a look and tried to compare the progress on the various guilds that are in the race for the different ranking spots. Last week in this very show, we looked at the progress, and today we want to compare a little. And what Shozen is showing now on stream is our little comparison sheet. If you can full screen that so everybody can see. And then we put together the change since last Monday. You can see on the left side the current ranking of the guilds and the compared to what happened since last week. And the one that stands out to me is the very first place of Money Guild, who made 68,000 points since last Monday, and they increased their difference or their advantage to second place to 75,000 total points. And that is incredible.
Yeah, that's wow. They are really running away with this thing pretty quick, and it's going to be very hard for June to even come close to catching them. You'd like to think that maybe like their partners would go, let's try to push this, because when you look at what Oops is doing, and they are really all pushing for Money Guild to get that 3rd gem. And the only reason to stop it right now, I mean, is to just, deny them that. But is there really any reason to do anything besides to deny somebody else the cookie?
Yeah, but is that enough of a reason? I don't know.
It's a lot of getting up early. It's a lot of staying up late, and it's a lot of grinding if you want to get into there and beat them right now at this point. It's not going to be easy. I just don't think it's... likely. Possible, yes. Possible one. It could, like if like right now we flip this, so it's say it's 70 and 40 and it's flipped, so that Money Guild was to get 40k, June was to get 70k. It would only take 2 weeks, which is only until the next phase of invasion, for this gap to get closed. You go that into when we get double points, and you double that so that you'd go up 80 points. If you could do that, yes, it's possible. Is it likely? Bogul.
For June to overtake Money Guild, at this point in
We
time, they have been such a strong season showing so far. If they can keep this up at any rate, that is even remotely close to what they have done so far this season, I don't think it's possible.
yeah, I mean, we live in a fantasy world, right, Bogle? Like that's what we do. We live here in a fantasy world. We do fantasy news. It's unreal fake news for a fake thing. And I don't think either one of us believe this nonsense would be possible.
Well,
Yeah.
but Shozen, let's look at the rankings a little bit more. Mention 2 or 3 more names. The current ranking, of course, is Money Go June, Black Order, AW Gaming, Aggressor, Phrasing, Vastly Superior. And the only change that is interesting this week, I feel like in the top 10, is that AW Gaming made their move upwards into 4th place, pushing a lot of points this week, almost 30k points. While Black Order only was able to push 6k points, Aggressor 17k, Phrasing 10k. So AW Gaming did a very good job this week of pushing. However, 30k points pushed this week compared to almost 40k and almost 70k points for June and Money Guild isn't getting quite close to that yet. That said, in the greater top 10, top 20, we see that KFC jumped a lot from 13th place to 10th place. And we see a few guilds seemingly being not super active, with the least season points generated this week by Contingent with only 3,000 season points.
Oof.
Yeah.
That's not gonna do it if you want to stay up there.
Yeah. Anything else you see in the top 19 here that is interesting to you?
In these,
that you want to point out?
Not especially. I want to say that we did see that, like, sometimes you worry about like what's going to happen as far as activity level as we go from week to week. Are we going to see a fallout in activity? And if you go, like, not on this particular page, but if we go to another page that we have, hold on if I can pull that one up. Sorry, I'm showing a couple of different videos in the background to keep people entertained.
Oh, you want to show the Google Docs one with the... Oh, that one. We don't have a... I can make you a screenshot.
Yeah, can you make me a screenshot really quick?
Sure. Da-da-da, boop.
Are you going to link that in the notes or in our chat?
Yes, just below the previous one that you already have.
Thank you. That's awesome. Oh, wow, this is going to be hard for people to see because we have so much data on this thing. That's what happens. All right.
Well, but we've been trying to get some more interesting in-depth data for you guys. It's been pretty hard because we have no good way to pull stuff from the API. But we've been doing some counting, looking at some of the activity, and comparing last week and this week, we'll still see Money Guild in June being absolutely top, but Guero's, Aggressor, KFC, Arrow 404 still being very, very reasonable there in terms of activity.
Yeah, the activity...
What's the one thing you take away from this?
The activity isn't slowing down a whole lot for the people at the top. Like, as we, go on the season, we often see that, like, activity goes down every week as you get closer and closer to Invasion Day, as these small territories get weeded out, and the easy-to-get territories get snagged, and then you have your ongoing war between your certain factions, and as people tend to get worn down, the number of battles goes down. We haven't seen the number of battles going down the top. We do see a small decrease, and I mean, like, like 0.1 per day, 0.2 per day, like that. Like the number of battles per day goes down by 0.2 per day over the week. That's like 2 less GVGs a week by these teams. That's not a lot. At the top end, it's going up, and it's going up significantly. Like you're getting 3-4 more GVGs a day. That is that's a lot. When you see Money Guild and doing 24 GVGs, 25 last week, 24 this week per day. You see June doing 13 last week, 17 this week per day. That is a lot of GVGs to undergo to get to these points where they're going. And Money Guild, even with June still doing more GVGs per day than they were last week, doing 30 more GVGs than they did last week between crystals and normal GVGs, still can't pull within, like make up those points on Money Guild. Money Guild's still pulling away, even though they're basically doing the same number as they were last week. That's incredible.
Wow.
Like they have to be doing much more rating or winning just better, crystal realms, percentages. We didn't actually get to look at the percentages this week, as that takes a lot more of this parsing of the thing. I'm going to try to get more data, and we're going to do it at the end when we go into Invasion, like to get the whole month's data, and I'll compare it to last month's data. But wow, I'm just very impressed with the level of activity of Money Guild and June, and how even when June steps it up and does more, Money Guild still just runs away with it in points. And they're running away with it in points. Like just getting up, putting it, on their back and off to the races. And from what I've heard, like right now, TC is putting a hurt on the overworld right now against everybody, and that's the silent killer over there. I mean, it's not silent, if you're out there in the world, but it doesn't show up loud on the stats. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's not a lot of stats where you can go, what is TC really doing out there to control stuff? What is TC doing to help Money Guild win? Unless you're there and competing in the ZVZ warfare, it's really hard to tell.
Yeah. That's a whole different development that isn't depicted by these stats here, where this leaves out the ZVZ activity, I feel like. And I'm very sad we don't have good stats for that part of the ongoing action, because I feel like we're almost missing a little bit of what's going on in that regard. But you said you had some interesting, well, I don't know if you can say it on stream, but there are some rumors
No, I
going
can't.
on.
No.
You can't?
No.
Okay. Then we have an interesting thing coming up, not only with official news this week, but maybe even with other developments.
Yeah, there'll be other developments. But right now I just got sent a link to a very large battle from the 15th. What is it? 105
Yesterday.
mil? That's Oops versus Daddy. Oops beating Daddy. Oof. That looks like it's painful for these guys. Oh, wow. 128 deaths from AW Gaming. That's a lot.
Wow.
Oh, June forgot to show.
I mean, that's what we're saying, right? So there is this whole other avenue of things going on that's big. But for this weekly look back, I want to just we wanted to look at the GVGs, the crystals, and see as much as we can get from the open world as well. I wanted to briefly mention these last week's city fights as well.
Oh yes, we do need to bring those up,
because that's always a point of interest. But last week we didn't see that many, right, that were contested.
No, we saw 2 home plots fights. Well, that one was contested and still ongoing right now. And we had the first thing that happened, we had Aggressor just straight up lose its plot. It just, the zero resistance Aggressor in Cumbria. Which plot was that? That was Grey Top Pound in Cumbria.
Right, okay.
And I'll show it on the map for people. But yeah, they let it go. No
Do we know why, Chad? Do we know why they left it?
It'll be interesting to find out. I think, there was a little bit of drama last week with Aggressor. Well, the week before, I guess now, with Skuzkabel saying he was going to leave. Didn't end up leaving and ended up being, said he was kind of like just worn out, just too much stuff. And he kind of just needed a little bit of a break. He stepped away for a very short period of time and got dragged right back in. But I don't know if he wants to, defend something that would be as grinding out and, I don't know, painful as a home plot can be.
Okay. And I see here in the notes that we have another one in Herrenvale Mound. Do you know what happened there? Same Metatron against Mugiwara?
Well, it looks like Metatron is just kicking the crap out of the Mugiwara, to be quite honest. I mean, Mugiwara is showing up, and they're trying to fight. They're doing what they can, but again, Same Metatron is a very, very good guild with good GVG teams. And you can't just throw up. How do I say this? Like less than if you don't GVG every day, you don't want to defend your home plot against a team that GVGs every day, like say my Metatron.
Well, you have the defender bonus. Isn't that going to help you?
It'll help, but is it gonna save you? No. And,
I'm looking at the fights there. We had one from the 14th where Seymour Metatron won 124-0 with 10 kills to 1 death. We had one from yesterday, 149-0 with 7 kills to 0 and 0 deaths for Seymour Metatron. And we have the third shield fight coming up in 1 hour and 37 minutes.
Yeah, that could be interesting. We'll see if we can't get that streamed, or maybe Wales, who has been streaming again, might stream that. If he does, check that out. That's like Maguchi is in there with him, so it should be a pretty good fight. Well, I mean, if you want to see somebody steal a home plot.
Chad says Wales will stream it, so that's
excellent. Good to know. Then I don't have to check out Wales. Yeah, check out his stream. I believe it's whale with 2 E's, isn't it?
Okay. Yeah. So that was the city fights. We also
have an actual city fight.
A town plot fight? How do you?
Well, the other ones are town plots. This is a straight city fight, as we had Money Guild go over there and decided it needed to take more city plots, and they took the great city of Martlock from 1PG, and Absolve streamed that. You can check that out on YouTube. Please do support our boy Absolve out there. He needs more followers and more thumbs up, more likes, subscribers, friends.
Let me. What friends? Let me post that link into.
Yeah, I don't know. He has all of them. Do all the social media likes.
I see. Okay.
Find his Facebook friend. And
what?
I don't know. No. Become his Facebook friend. Is that more the right word? Yeah, I don't know. Become his friends. I don't know. Do all the things you need to do. Support the guy. Follow his streams.
Okay, we get it. All right. Yeah. So to recap, we had a interesting development in terms of season rankings. We saw Money Guild pushing ahead. We saw a few people struggling with pushing forward, and a few changes in the ranking, with KFC and AW Gaming pushing it a bunch. We also saw these city fights that are kind of exciting. I feel like we saw Martlock. But in the open world, I was looking at the top kill fame leaderboards, and we had Take Care with 690 million kill fame last week. And second place was AW Gaming with 431, and Money Guild in third place with 388. And Blue Army not even, in seventh place, 260. So
they've dropped quite a bit.
world,
yeah. They were
open world seems to be in a very different arena than it was a while back.
Yeah, that's been some changes because, I mean, not long ago you had Blue Army and Awful Company, I believe, at the top. So that's a change. I mean, I would say that if you go down and you look at GVGs, once again, you're looking at familiar names with Money Guild, the most attacks one, and June with the most defenses one. These are familiar and expected. But yeah, the Fame, Take Care is doing work right now. AW Gaming must be doing something right over there for Daddy, but it looks like Squad is falling off the shelf. Somebody go get that elf and put him back up there and maybe move him around a little bit. See if he can't make something happen, because he's not doing anything on the floor over there all alone.
What elf?
The elf on a shelf.
Oh, is that an American meme?
I don't know. Sure, it was on the internet sometime.
Oh, okay.
I'm hearing from chat right now. I don't know if this is official news, but chat is saying Squad is dead. Official news. Official death. Okay, so all right. Good to know. I will. I'll let them know. Along with Launchpad, I believe Launchpad died and then somehow was in the top 10 for GVGs for the week. I don't know.
Oh.
Sometimes we just say people die before they're really dead, and it just happens. I think it's like I don't know, like the circle of life. But I'm pretty sure CIR is dead. I'm pretty sure about that one. I mean, you can.
Well, that still was last week as well, right?
Yeah, I guess that happened. That happened. Well, I mean, that's a continuing death. I mean, that's like. I don't want to get into any descriptive analogies, because I think last time I gave any kind of analogy as a piece of humor, it didn't go over really well. So we'll avoid anyone. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Is that our look back then at the last week, Shozen?
Is it? Did anything else? I think we have. Do we have anything else on there? I thought we did. Nope. That's it. Nope. That's all that happened. Oh no, Sorab joined. Oops. That's what happened. And that happened. If you go and watch that Absolve fight, you'll see Sorab jumping in. And if you listen to comms, apparently Sorab's the only person who talks on comms. So that's interesting. Sorab, GVG. It's weird because, like, wasn't he just in? He was just fighting with 1PG. Now he's fighting against 1PG. Is like he's so mad at Misty. Or is it Misty he's mad at? Or Ricist? Or who is he mad at now? Like, does he even know? I don't even know. I don't even know who he's mad at this week. He sent me a letter saying he wasn't mad at anybody anymore. He was just a peaceful guy.
Well, it seems like we have an interesting shuffle coming up. So...
Oh, no, there's another big thing that we forgot about last week. Oh, my God. How embarrassed are we? Biggest news of last week. New pack arrived in the world on Thursday.
Oh, yeah.
Little baby Lupac.
Yes, that's our GVG caster who went on a extended holiday to deal with a shitter.
But what?
What?
Yes, he did, and he's gonna take a little bit longer off until he's back into the groove of things. I'm thinking he'll be back in Wednesday. We expect to see him back into the fold on Wednesday and Thursday, but
already cool.
Yeah,
okay.
Well, he's not the one who gave birth. The recovery time for a dad really isn't that long after a birth. I mean, it's not that.
I think you take a nap and then you're good, right?
Well, it depends on how hard she squeezes your hand, but yeah.
Yeah. Congratulations, I guess, and come back soon.
Yeah, we miss you, Lupac. We're looking forward to you returning, and yeah, we'll see you soon. So, Bogul, are we gonna come back for overtime in a few moments?
Sure.
All right.
Let's do that.
All right. Well, guys, if you're not returning for overtime, you can check us out Monday through Friday right here on twitch.tv/Albion Online or at soundcloud.com/AlbionTV or youtube.com/AlbionTV. If you want to watch some GVGs or some Crystal GVGs, you can check us out Tuesday through Thursday right here on twitch.tv/Albion Online. So until next time, guys, here in Albion, ladies over there in, I think probably in Albion as well. Haven't seen it, don't know for sure. But until next time, stay classy, Albion.